I think that is going to be the order for this first heat of the morning as well. Adriano de Souza, the top seed going into this one, up against Sebastian Zietz and Yago Dora. Yago coming off the back of his best result. De Souza looking to get his year back on track. All those concerns for our marine environment. But here we go. De Souza looking to get things started early. Pulls in so deep. This is a former pipe master, the first Brazilian to break through for that victory. But De Souza's not going to come out of that first one, even though he's a great barrel rider, just too deep on that occasion. Here we go, a good size set wave here for Yago Dora. He's going to go down. Oh, falling out of the sky there.
It's worth a scroll to try and get online to take a look at, say, Makua Rockman's wave and Ramon Navarro, because it's just absolutely next level.
Pushing the boundaries over there, but right now we're going back to the lineup here at Karamas, expecting the world's best to really fire things up. Another average wave there for Yago. He's going to kick out, coming off the back of his best result this season. A quarter-final over there in Rio. Well, we've got Yago's results for you there on screen. As you can see, a little dodgy in the opening stages, but starting to light up now, as is Adriano de Souza out in the lineup at the moment. Good size wave, and de Souza packs the barrel, gets out on the open face.
Here's Adriano's bomb. He dropped in, just got under the hood, never really completely disappeared. So, great wave. The execution of the maneuver off the end wasn't there. The tube time could have been a bit deeper. So the judges aren't going to go massive with the score, but it's going to be the highest score of the heat for sure. And then Yago caught his wave off the end. Another look at De Souza trying to slow himself down to get behind that curtain. So the judges really being critical.
Just loses his fins on that attempt to finish that ride off. Yago now behind him. We're going to set this one up. Lining up that barrel, but just didn't see it reeling off. So he bailed out. And that leaves Sebastian Zietz out there at the takeoff zone. Welcome back to the show. The first heat of the day unfolding. Adriano de Souza already out in front. And now on the lookout for a backup number. He's picked off this medium-sized wave, nicely barreled on the outside, a big carve. And he's not done with it yet. Also just hammers that end section. So De Souza starting to find his place out here in Carabas. Last year in a QS event, he had a perfect heat. A couple of 10-point rides, so he's comfortable out here, Strider.
Yeah, you know, this wave is absolutely just a perfect platform for these guys to go through the roof on. And we heard Kieran talk about this morning how the swell has actually filled in and organized itself. So the waves are super strong today. And when you see it rise up, you see that kind of level of water, and it's uneven. And now we see a nice line on the lip.
0.67 on one of those big solid set waves. And to be honest, he didn't even really get that deep. Sebastian Zietz up at the moment. A huge fall down the elevator shaft. And he goes down. Some of the big barrels. We're watching him at the moment, live action. And he is locked in. He should come through this one. There he is. Out onto the open face. Holds that rail from top to bottom. Glides through a big carve to finish that one off.
I love it. I was just going to say, he's going to be so dirty on himself that he's going to go back out and get one of the better waves of the day. It was a filthy nugget. Look at this thing. Grabs the wall, sits up high, stalling. Just deep behind it, comes out flying and does a nice carve right here down into the pocket. So great surfing right there. And, you know, once you take some gas like that, you get back into it and you know what you want and what you want to get out of it. So look at this, just a picturesque wave out there on that corner, the beautiful carve back into it, finding rhythm again, and I am not sure where his opponents were, because in third priority, that was a really great wave.
A lot of work with them, and Seabass has been picking up his share of rubbish as he leaves the beach, something we should all endeavour to do, as Adriano de Souza looks to improve his lead. Piped on this one. Driving through to the inside. Really just a transition cutback. The wave's going to serve up a little more scoring potential on the inside here. De Souza just flowing. Notice that he's already collected some decent points on this ride. Just over 3.5 minutes to go.
That's more like it. That's the kind of wave I'd like to see De Souza on, where he's backdooring the section and he's underneath the hood, and perfect positioning right there. Execution on point. Comes out for a turn. That was really fun to watch, man. De Souza has got so much talent in that back pocket. Watch this. Right under it, right behind it, grabs the wall, pumps up into it, and has that flow through the barrel. He just set the line so perfectly from behind the barrel. And that's what those judges want to see. They want to see you coming in through it and just threading that needle. Did such a great job to calculate how deep he needed to be. So watch him come off the bottom right here. This little pump right there set him so perfectly into the tube. And it was a great wave for him. Nice big cutty on the open face, grabs the rail for control.
When you rock up in the morning, you're looking at these conditions, aren't you? And you're thinking, oh, it just looks so manageable and clean. And really, it's so perfect. You have to sort of have a second look at it. There's plenty of size out there today.
It's bombing out there and a lot of strength. Look at that drone footage. You can just see the whitewater trying to grab him, the foam monster coming at him. De Souza.
Loving life. Big numbers starting to roll through, as Strider pointed out. Keep in mind, when he took the 7.67, he was in third priority, so he had to sit a little further inside from his rivals. He's putting this heat together pretty well at the moment. Yago Dora, he's trying to get himself into it now, driving up into that section, trying to be as critical as possible, knowing full well that he didn't get that big barrel on the outside. He tries to make up for it, but unfortunately goes down there. 2 minutes remaining. You know, Indo certainly has some breaks where you can casually kind of paddle in, and even Karamas gives you that nice entry sometimes, but that was a big set. It stood up on that outer shelf, and Sebastian lost the opportunity to lock in a huge number. And as a result, Adriano de Souza snags the first heat win of the day, a heat score total of 15.5.